So what's good evening, folks, and welcome back to another video and another review. In this video, we're going to review Life on Cora, Chapter 5, Tiny Travels. And this is not the original cover. It's a variant cover where one of the creatures in this book is being surrounded by an centipede kind of creature. At least it could be considered a centipede. And it's kind of a combination of a centipede and a sandworm. And in one panel I thought it was a sandworm for a moment, but the story itself is written by. We're going to look into it. It's originally it's drawn by Faeries and Ents by Jimmy de Bruin. The writing here on the back is done by Martin Fisher. Art by Jimmy de Bruin. Life on Cora, or also known as one of the publisher Faeries and Ents. The coloring is done by Ogstan. And copyright goes to the rightful owners, Faeries and Ents. All rights reserved. And I have my notes ready. So as you might, for those who are not familiar with it, it's what Life on Cora is about is kind of speculative biology based in a fantasy world called Life on Cora that Mike Jimmy came up with a few years ago, and since then first released on the Tapas. You can probably find it more over there. I'll put the links down in the description. And chapter 1 is basically about the Natal and the Tuskers. They're both subspecies from one common ancestor. Chapter 2 is basically about a Tusker who's trying to fly, and doesn't work that way until he finds something else that helps him. Octas. This chapter 3 is about the Octas by the Rockrola. It's kind of a rock-based creatures. You can find them here as well. Rock-based creatures over here, whose ultimate goal is to become one with the mountain. And chapter 4, Seafair, about the Mysius, or more water-based creatures. Look kind of similar to the Natal and the Vonskers, but are basically based on water. They will live underwater. And I personally picked this cover up because I love the symmetry in it, the centipede surrounding it, the threaded poses, and one of the let's say the Ileni has no idea what's happening to him. So we're going now to open the beautiful paper, beautiful colors. Wow. So this world is foreign, entirely different from its very core, the core of life that's at its center, whose pulsations give its rhythm to the odd forms of life that strive on the bits of land floating around it. This is one of those stories, the story of Life on Cora. But basically starts in the good thing about this, you could basically start reading wherever you want, whatever issue, because it's not where you need multiple issues to get where it's going. So that's a good thing. It's another day. It starts like another day, another journey, Life on Cora, and the aquanids were kind of water-based creatures / insects. They in this journey to almost like a pilgrimage across the river and Lake Reven. But then the story starts at Lake Reven with two Ileni, one named Toyvan and one named Ogstan. And they're basically examining the region, and they're jumping from observing the aquanids and their journey they make. What basically happens now could lift the tripod a bit. And yeah, what happens here is one of her friends got lost along the way during their research, so they now have to find it. So now what? So Ileni they have to find their friend, and I think it's Ogstan or the other one. He tells him. He asks the aquanid, especially the water insect with a leaf as camouflage, to help him on this journey and to find a friend. And nothing's happened. They think nothing is happening, but there's more to them than the eye could see. And what aquanid is doing now is basically going across the stream and using the stream as a catapult to fly away. And with that, they're riding an aquanid. Pretty awesome for such small creatures. And sometime later, they arrive at the tree. And of course, they've never seen a view like this because they've never ridden an aquanid. Pretty funny. So I know a lot. And one of them tells them how they basically came to be. Aquanids, they lay eggs in twos depending on the heat or they hatch. They'll be either male or female. It's a nice bit of biology over here. Very strict with it. Usually they are born at different times and live their lives on their own. But sometimes it happens that they, and that's part of where the plot is going, sometimes they hatch at the same time and they are inseparable to death, whether it's brothers or sisters, or brother and sister, doesn't matter. They know how to fly great distances. That's why they basically use him as a way to get across Cora. And if one aquanid here's a nice ritual among the species, one of the rules of nature. If one of them finds one injured or dead, they take a part of its leaf and they throw it away with the wind. And they arrive at the solid region. I love how let's go back for a bit. I love how the colors look. Look at that. Now the search begins. And what happens here is, they're being met by some kind of pollen or I think some pollen or geysers or something that are flying away from the trees. And they have to journey across them. And the aquanids have to dodge. And that was fun. And the fluff that's come from the trees, that's a kind of pollen, I think. Or that, And he doesn't feel good. One of them doesn't feel good, but the color is quite distinctive. I like that. But what was that? It's a dying tree in the region. As they rot, they release this stuff, and it grows back again in other places. So I've heard. It is blurry. And they're heading over those trees and find their Ileni friend, Benvil. He didn't. The thing he forgot is camouflage, so he's basically wide open for predators. And that's where the crawl hugger, our centipede friend, / sandworm kind of hybrid, thinks, hey, this is easy prey. And but they managed to tell the aquanid to head towards him and fast, because unlike the Ileni, the crawl hugger or the centipede is higher on the food chain, but not against an aquanid. So the aquanid flies at him, basically crashes against him, and like I said, they can fight this creature. So what happens next is a direct confrontation between two powerhouses on the food chain, or at least in the small insectoid world. Centipede versus beetle / water beetle or aquanid. And the crawl hugger goes for the attack. I love how it looks, by the way. You know he's ready for battle. And yeah, here is where I get where his where his beak closes. It reminds me a little bit of the sandworms that you also find in the Dune sagas, in the movies, etc. And yeah, they attack. He attacks the Aquanid, but the Aquanid he tries to snap him, but the Aquanid is knows how to fly, and he basically kicks him. He kicks his ass or her ass, and it's over. And yeah, and what happens is the Crawlhugger is either he is making his way out because he knows he can't win this battle, or he's dead. I think he made the and with that Benvil awakes, and Toyvan wakes him up. He says, "Oh, so dozed off again. Fine, what are you guys doing here?" Oh no, you don't. And what happened is, he fell asleep when the Crawlhugger attacked, and that's something they shouldn't do because they're easy prey. And if it was for the Aquanid, he would have been toast. But what happens here is, after a certain age, oops. Yeah, they're kind of deteriorating, so they are losing their memory. So what happens next is, you forgot to put this to camouflage before sleeping, and that's why he attacked. Yeah, this is quite exciting indeed, and they fly away across the geysers. Yeah, it's called deterioration. After the 10th year, I think it's written somewhere over here. I think we'll come back at the next page. Yeah, they flying towards geysers. It's cleaner. Yeah. But yeah, Benvil remembers something because this territory is actually the home of a larger predator that makes those salamander like Ileni and this Aquanid look like merbugs, like a little snack. So what happens here is din 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 din. I can do this I can do this violin sonata imitation that well, but there's trouble on the way. They're called the buzzhawk, and the buzzhawk are kind of like hawk, like vulture kind of hawk kind of or buzzard kind of creatures that live on Cora, but they also they're quite good predators as well, as you might have noticed. So he goes to attack against Aquanid, but I've gotten quite used to this indeed. But yeah, the buzzhawk goes for the attack. The Aquanid is under him or her. Tries to grab him, but yeah, with his beak. Toyvan doesn't like it. Ogstan is like, I think I'm enjoying this, and Benvil because he's losing his memory at an alarming rate. He is not sure he will remember this. So this is a matter of life and death situation. So yeah, the Aquanid gives the buzzhawk a whack. It's momentarily caught off guard, but he picks up his wings, her wings, it flies again, and it goes straight for a counter attack. So you see them, nice pacing, but this pacing is amazing, by the way. You see he makes a maneuver, they have no idea what's heading at them. The buzzhawk goes straight for the attack, and yeah, Aquanid is ready to meet him, but this time the buzzhawk is prepared, and this beautiful splash page, he breaks the wing. This mad lad breaks the wing of the Aquanid with an amazing kick. So yeah, and with this, he's mortally wounded by this. It's injured, and he not in for a smooth landing. And the buzzhawk is ready to grab him with the talons, or talons, and yeah, you think it's over, but in that moment, that's where the beauty of the speculative biology comes from. One of another Aquanid goes straight for the attack and knocks him out or her out. Firefly, he did not see that coming, and the other Aquanid is ready to is basically kicking his ass, and he takes him out. He goes flying down. I'm pretty sure he'll be fine, or she'll be fine. So now the Aquanid, there's no way to get a soft landing, and the reason why the other took him out, they're heading towards the geysers. They crash close to the geysers or to the cryovolcanoes, or the cryovolcanoes or something. They make a hard landing, but their little friend is worse off. And it's not sure they're going to make it, but the other Aquanid flies towards it, and they communicate with each other, saying, this is where they I can barely stand on my feet. This the place where we part, old friend, brother, sister. Farewell. And with that, like I expected, they're twins, which means that they're inseparable from birth. One of the twins, the one that got its wing broken, unfortunately doesn't make it. And that's the harsh reality of nature. The strong survive, and that's kind of what I like about it. It's all ages, but they show you, even in a speculative in a fantasy world, where within this genre, I'm pretty familiar with it. Even in this, you see that it's survival of the fittest. It's all about survival. Even so, if you're not small enough, if you're not strong enough, like for example the boss arc, you have to outsmart him or take him out with larger numbers. So the Aquanid doesn't make it, and it's done. And his brother or sister pulls a little bit of the leaf camouflage, and unfortunately didn't make it. So after that, as part of the ritual, it's just the way of the Aquanid. He or she tells him to give him one last farewell, and throws the leaf camouflage away with the wind on the water as the last farewell. It's a sad reality of nature. It's a cycle of life and death and rebirth. Life, death, rebirth. I mean, because one death is basically, death is not always a negative thing. Where one chapter closes, a new chapter begins for a newborn species, for a newborn animal or creature, even human at times. So home sweet home, back in Lake Griffin, and so looking forward to seeing it, and the Fallen Aquanid. It's basically after, and here they discussed things, they still keep thinking about their fallen friend. Let's do something to honor their life. And this is where the beautiful part is. Ileni, they usually run from conflict, like for example with the Crawlhawk or the Buzzhawk. But this journey was also a learning experience for them to get out in the world more and stand and to fight back more. This, I think, is a crucial moment, a revelation for their species that will eventually help them evolve even further. If I'm maybe I'm getting too far into things, but that's what I think about this. But the memory loss of Benvil, their friend, it usually starts around, for the Ileni starts around 10 years. They're starting to forget things, and he's more vulnerable towards predators. So yeah, next time they need to fight back, then they he said himself, I'm not sure it's a good idea if I get involved anymore. So here what happens is he passes the torch towards the other two. If I interpret it in the right way. If this isn't the right, if I don't, if my interpretation is wrong, tell it in the comment section. So yeah, that's the end for. And in the end, Toyvan and Ogstan vow each other oath that they will protect him if the time arrives. And yeah, the other Ogstan agrees, as long as my life allows me to do so. And this, the story of life on Cora 5. Porcelain says hello. What do you think, Porcelain? Yeah, I like this one as well. I think your little friend over here likes it as well. So if you want to see more of this and follow their blog or their vlogs or podcasts, Raging 2 is always available on around 11 a.m. Eastern time on Monday and Friday. I can't always make it to that because I also have my jobs. I also have I have to do my day job, unfortunately, so I can't follow everything. So I follow. At least I leave a like, share whenever I could. And shout out to those two creators, to Daphne Lage. They're organizing this, the vlogs, and Mike Jimmy, of course. They've been writing independent fantasy comics since 1992. So yeah, you can follow their work at aolworks.com. But for now, we'll leave it at Mike Jimmy. We're not deviating from the subject. The story itself is, so far in the series, kind of put in the notes, Otzi and the ritual, with their basically the Natal and where basically the Natals and the Toskers are the subspecies of the Friskers. The flying Tosker, who finds a way to follow the Natal. The Octas climbs, where the Wokula becomes one with the mountain. Inner talents, and of course, each are part of a different chapter. And mysterious, the what-like creatures over there. Of that, tiny travels from the Ileni. And that's about it. And yeah, ironically, it's also this little notebook is what I use for the review, and it's also the one I used when I was helping to promote this book on Dutch Comic Con. So to make a long story short, because I try to keep it within the 30 minutes this time. Art-wise, Mike Jimmy absolutely nailed it. I really like how the pacing goes from if I were to, it's not a genre I would write. If I were to write something like this, I would show more. Since I'm more into the darker supernatural things, I would probably show a little bit more blood and the rougher side of the cycle of life. But this is just within the range of all ages, and it's something different to expand my horizons a bit. And pacing wise is better. There's not too much complicated dialogue in. The art style itself is what you expect from Mike Jimmy. It's beautiful. It's not always realistic, but you see he knows what he does. You see he has experience. You see that he has a way to make the panels flow, and also, and I think this is a beautiful cover as well. And I have to go back to that splash page again. Wow. This is how you do a splash page. Colors are amazing. You see the kick. You see the flying drop kick, where it takes where the Buzzsaw takes the Aquanet out. I mean, it's not dark fantasy or anything, but it's speculative biology, and it shows within the range of all ages. It shows the harsh reality of living in the wilderness. It's the strong survive, and the weak perish. It's eaten or be eaten, And yeah, I think it captured it perfectly, and it's a perfect way if it's also a perfect way to introduce for example, if they're taking if they're about to introduce them to biology in the school or whatever, you can show them that this is nature's not always roses and daisies. Sometimes shit really goes out. Snake is really come really out of the basket. So yeah, with that story wise from Martin Fisher, great writing. That's an 8 out of 10. Art by Jimmy DeBruyn, 9 out of 10. I cannot say it. There's not being me being biased, totally not. Illustrating coloring is 9 out of 10. I think this is my favorite chapter of them, or the favorite comic of them all. So yeah, I think an 85 out of 100 is justified here. I mean, everyone did an amazing job to make this happen and to make this project happen. So yeah, with that I'll take a sip of tea. Eighty-five out of 10. Let's see if my hand works. Yeah, it works. Beautiful. Congratulations, Jimmy. Felicitaciones. Yeah, and that's the video. If you'd like to see me make more videos like this, leave a like in the comments, subscribe if you want to. And I'm going to show something else for a moment. Since I'm also in the process of making my project happen. Because I made a promise to my Jimmy to get this one out, also to him, so he could publish it at the cons, etc. Also promised it to the one who made my death mask. But yeah, if everything goes all right, I'll be printing more of these before the end of August. Because if everything goes all right, I have my own small seat at the stripdagen in Rijswijk, small con. And yeah, so yeah, I'll be printing more of these. And if you can't wait right now, check out thegeraldwar.com. Go to Global Comics to check both them out in whichever form if you want to. It's bilingual, so you can pick Spanish and English. And yeah, and go check out the digital edition on Gumroad, where you can buy a print ready PDF of this. And yeah, a CBR file for €2. I need just a little bit more to get into this cover program, so it would help my hard-working friend Nev, who I will give some instructions later on, because I need to put him back to work on other character designs for issue 2 and further and onwards, because yeah, I'm already at chapter 13, 14, and there was a fly over there. So yeah, with that 85 out of 100, so 8.5 out of 10. Gefeliciteerd, Mike Jimmy. Dit vond ik het beste deel. This was the best issue of them all. And with this we almost reached the 30-minute mark. I'll see you guys on the next one. Hasta la próxima. Chicos, chicas, se acabó el video.